Rab explains it all. Math, chem, physics never fall. Subscribe and learn. Ace every test, so Rab explains it best.
Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn how to solve different types of percentage questions, and we are going to apply only one simple formula. By the end of this video, you will be able to solve these examples. Okay, we want to solve percentage question. What is the strategy? What is the formula that we are going to apply? Because there are several methods, and if you see other videos, probably they present different methods. But I'm going to tell you the easiest method that you can apply for every kind of questions. Okay, we are going to use really simple formula. This formula is percentage times whole is equal to part. But there is really important point here. When we say percentage, what does it mean? We must write the percentage as a number. What does it mean as a number? It means as a fraction or decimal. Okay, if you don't know how to write a percentage as a number, fraction, or decimal, I strongly suggest you to pause this video and watch that video first. I'm going to put the link in the description. Otherwise, this video will be useless. And what is the second step? Then we are going to have first degree or linear equation, and we can easily solve linear equation, and in most of the times it is going to be one step equation. It's really easy. We are going to learn that through examples. What is 80% of 20? 80%, it is obvious. It's talking about percentage, right? Of 20. 20 is whole or part. As you can see, it wants 80% of 20. So 20 is the whole. Okay? What was the formula? Percentage times whole is equal to part. Right? Do I have the percentage? Yes, it is 80%. Should I write 80%? No, I must convert it to number. I'm going to convert it to fraction. Okay? Then multiply to whole. What is whole? Here is 20 is equal to part. And the question is asking about the part. So the part or our answer is equal to, I can remove these zeros with these ones. I'm going to have 16. And this is the answer of this example. So 80% of 20 will be 16. What is 30% of 30? Again, I'm going to apply this formula. This is the whole and this is the part. This is the percentage. But I must write the percentage as a number. So 30%, I can write it as 30 over 100 times whole, which is 30. I can drop these zeros with each other. I'm going to have 9. So this is going to be the part, and 30% of 30. Really easy by applying only one formula. 19.2 is 32% of what? So here we have 32%. It's really easy. Here I have percentage. Let's read the question again. 19.2 is 32% of what? This what is talking about whole, right? So this 19.2 is going to be the part. What was the formula? Percentage times whole is equal to part. So I'm going to apply this formula. Percentage, I have it, it is 32. But I must write it as a number, so 32 over 100 times whole, which is variable here. I'm going to consider that x. And I want to calculate x is equal to part. 19.2. Okay. This is really easy. Linear equation. First degree equation. What should I do? I must make the coefficient of x 1. How am I supposed to do that? By because I have fraction here. I must multiply both sides to the reciprocal of the coefficient. 100 over 32. Am I allowed to do this only with one side? No, I must do exactly the same with the second side. Every operation that I do with one side, I must do exactly the same with the second side. So these two are going to cancel each other out, these two are going to cancel each other out, and I'm going to have x is equal to 19.2 times 100 over 32, right? So let's simplify it. I can write the numerator as, because if I multiply it, I must move the decimal point two digits to the right. I'm going to have 1920 over 32. Then I can easily divide this. Let me erase this part to do the division. Now I want to do the division. I have 1920 and I want to divide this by 32. Okay, how many 32 do we have in 192? Of course, it is going to be 6. 6 times 32, it's going to be 192. And if I subtract them, this part is going to be 0, but we have another 0 and it's going to come here, right? So the answer will be 60. 0.105 is 30% of what? It is again asking about the whole, right? And I have percentage and I have part. Again, I'm going to use this formula. So percentage, I must write it as number and I'm going to write it as fraction times whole, which is variable here. I'm going to allocate x to that is equal to 0.105. What should I do? I must make the coefficient of x1. How? By multiplying it by its reciprocal. So I must multiply this side by 3.5 over 100 and I must do exactly the same with the second side. 100 over 3.5. Okay, these two are going to cancel each other out. These two are going to cancel each other out. And finally, I'm going to move it for 2 digits. It's going to come here because it's multiplied to 100 and 100 contains 2 zeros. It's going to be 10.5 over 3.5. You can do the division. You can write it as a power of 10, or because we have only one digit after the decimal point in both of them, you can actually drop the decimal point. You must know that. Finally, the answer of this division, I don't care which method are you going to apply, it's going to be 3. And this is the correct answer of this example. What percent of 1 is 4.5? Okay, here I do not have the percentage, right? Okay, what is the whole? What percent of 1? So this one is going to be whole, and this one is going to be part. What was the question? Percentage times whole is equal to part. I'm going to apply this formula again. So I do not have the percentage. I'm going to show it with P. I have the whole, which is 1, is equal to 4.7. Okay, P times 1 will be P, and is equal to 4.7. Okay, is this the percentage? No, as I told you, in this formula, percentage is written as a number. So I have a number and I must convert it to percentage because the question is asking about percent. What should I do when I want to convert a percent to a number to a percent? I must multiply to 100. When I multiply to 100, I must move this decimal point for 2 digits. So percentage will be equal to 470. And do not forget the percent symbol. Next question, what percent of 150 is 96? Again, it's like the previous one. I do not have the percentage, I have the whole, which is 150, and it is equal to 96. A linear equation, I must divide both of them by coefficient of variable, because I want to make it 1. These two are going to cancel each other out, and I'm going to have P is equal to, which is percentage, 96 over 150. Okay, I can divide both of them by 3. I can simplify it. If I divide this one by 3, the answer will be 32, and the answer of this one will be 50. Can I simplify it more? Yes, I can divide both of them by 2. This one is going to be 16, and this one is going to be 25. So 16 over 25. Should I leave it like this? No, this is a number of percent, okay? It means it is a number. I need to convert it to percent. What should I do? At the end, I must multiply it to 100 to convert it to percentage. If I multiply it, I can simplify it, right? Divide this one by 25 is going to be 1. If I divide this one by 25, it's going to be 4. And finally, percentage will be equal to 64, and do not forget the percentage symbol. Here you can find more examples, and I strongly suggest you to solve them at home. If you have any question or if you wanted to share your answer, please feel free and write them in the comment box. I will try to answer them as soon as it was possible for me. Thank you for watching this video.